So another house sitting assignment successfully completed in Blenheim. Looking after our little blind boy Aston, beautiful little blind cocker spaniel, and he was gorgeous and such a delight to look after. Had a good look around Blenheim. The link to my blog will be in the comments below if you want to have a read about what we had a look at in and around Blenheim. So we don't have a long drive today, but we are going the long way to Mapua, just outside of Nelson, and we're going to call in and have a look at St Arnaud. It's been years since I've been there, and you too. Yeah. So on the road again, back into our home on wheels, and we have a stint of 5 nights before we need to start our next house sitting assignment in Tapawera. Last night we spent it at Rita's place. Rita's cap charges apply property through the NZMCA, and now we're just heading out of Blenheim on the way to St Arnaud. We've just driven through the little township of St Arnaud, although it's not as little as what we remembered the last time we were through here. Lots of new houses and development going on, and in the background is Lake Rotowiti, which is where we stopped for a cup of tea, or a cup of coffee actually, and a muffin. But pretty chilly. It's about 4 degrees with a bit of a wind chill factor. So I'm just trying to get in a shelter so that it doesn't sound as if it's too windy. But it's a beautiful day. Mapua.
You've been trying for ages to get here.
I'm trying for a long time to get to Mapua, and now we're here. And we're booked in for 4 nights to the Mapua Leisure Park. Just right on the banks of the estuary. So in the listing it's got clothes optional.
It's only for a couple of months of the year.
It's way too cold to be witnessing any nudie-rudies around the camp, and it's only, I think, between February and March.
Yeah, in specific area.
In a specific area of the park. We haven't quite worked out which part of the park it is, but yes, it's costing us. We got a special, and for 4 nights we pay for 3 and get 1 night for free. So it's cost us $108, and that's for a powered site for 4 nights. So yeah,
power and water on site too.
Yeah, good power and water, good site. So it's just a bit of a treat for us because this is the only. We're on holiday. I like to call it. This is our holiday between house sits. So we're just treating ourselves instead of going freedom camping for the whole time. Just to be hooked onto power, it's always a treat. So now we're just walking across the causeway that connects the camp to the mainland, and we're just going to go and have a look around Mapua.
Standing on the door, I'm on my way. A million things I guess that I should say, but I am done. Yeah, I'm done.
So it was to be a biking day for us today, and the Great Taste Trail in the Tasman district in total is around 170 kilometres, doing a big loop, but you can achieve it by doing it just in chunks or sections. We've already done a section of it when we stayed in Kaiteriteri. We biked from Kaiteriteri to Motueka. I'll put the link to that blog in the comments below. But today it was all about the section that runs from Mapua. It does go all the way through to Motueka, so you come in from Motueka from the other side. But today we just went from Mapua to Tasman. little settlement of Tasman. But we also did a detour out to Kinna Beach, had a look around there because we hadn't actually been to that part of the country before, and in total did about 41 k's by the time we came back to base camp. We had a look at the Waimea estuary and had a great day. So it's good to be able to just do it in chunks. So yeah, today was 41 kilometre chunk.
Setting up a goal to grow from heart. It's all about to master who we are. Nobody's gonna make.
So we're up to day 2 on our bikes here in Mapua and back onto the Great Taste Trail. Now, during the week in the winter, the ferry doesn't operate from Mapua over to Rabbit Island, which is the start of the next section of the trail that we want to do. This section of the trail will take us towards Nelson, firstly towards Richmond, so we're not too sure how far we're going to go on the track today. Beautiful day. So because the ferry doesn't run, today is a Wednesday, we've loaded the bikes on the back of the ute and we've driven over to Rabbit Island. And Rabbit Island, I'll have to do a little bit more research on it, but it is a big forestry reserve island. It's connected to the mainland by a causeway, by a bridge. You can't camp on here, but it's a big island, very big island, and I have been pleasantly surprised with the beach that we have here. It's like a tropical oasis. It's just beautiful. Cop a load of that. So we're just unloading the bikes, ready to go on the next section of the trail. But let me walk you down here. It is like a little tropical island. In the distance there you have Nelson across the water. And this is what you get on a Wednesday. On a beautiful spring day in September. Just gorgeous. So lucky. It must be heaving in summer.
For every ending, a new beginning. Oh, so they say, baby, for everything, for reason. And so they say, baby, for everything, for reason. And those who love you will bring our together. Yeah, those who love you will bring our
So now I've got helmet here. So we've just done 20 k's from where we started off at Rabbit Island, and we've made it to Nelson Airport. And right on cue, there's a plane coming into land. You can carry on a bit further into the information centre, into Nelson City itself, but I don't think we're going to be achieving much more than what we already have. So we've ridden the estuary track, and now we're going to have our wee picnic lunch, watching the planes come in right by the estuary. I think it would be nicer if the tide was in.
It'd be nice if the tide was
And we came from way down there by those factories. So 20 k's here and 20 k's back.
for everything, a reason. For every ending, a new beginning. Oh, so they say, baby, for everything, for reason. And so
Well, we made it back to the car on Rabbit Island from Nelson, and we carried on another 3.5 k's to the ferry landing. And as I mentioned earlier, in the winter the ferry only runs in the weekend, so that was no good to us. So just right across there is Mapua, and the camping ground where we're at is just further on down the river there. So yeah, really short little trip. I looked at the prices and it's $12 return per adult. Whether that price changes for the summer, I'm not sure. 44 kilometres later, and we've made it back to the car. Bikes are loaded, and so now it's back to Mapua with a sore backside, to say. That's about 85, 86 k's in 2 days. My poor bottom. We've decided to give our bums a well-deserved rest today, and we're not on our bikes in Nelson or Mapua. We are headed to Pick's Peanut Butter Factory for a free tour. Now, we've done brewery tours, we have done winery tours, but never, I think I can quite safely say,
A peanut butter tour.
a peanut butter tour. So Pick's Peanut Butter Factory offers free tours. Lasts around 40 minutes apparently. We're booked in for the 11:45 tour today. So let's go and find out all about peanut butter.